Hey, welcome to the podcast. This is Robert. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, hope everybody is doing wonderful and great out there. We have our returning guest. I believe this is number three. This is Nadia. I'm so sorry.
You're fine, Nadia. Yes.
Nadia. This is Nadia Marshall. Thank you so much for joining me once again on this really humid, hot day. Like, as we're just about, thankfully, almost about done with summer, I suppose. But yeah, how's it going? We were talking quite a bit before this. So, how's everything going with you?
Yeah, so far so good. Work is picking up a little bit. We were speaking earlier 2 weekends ago. I was at a con in Texas, which was wonderful. Got to see lots of new fans, and it was a busy, like tiring, but also very fulfilling weekend. So very fun.
Oh yeah. And I was just telling her that I was, doing a couple of conventions and I actually got one coming up in a few weeks where I'm going to be at LA Comic Con. All three
Ooh,
days for my birth. Yeah, I know. I'm just like, well, I only just go like Saturday or like one day, but I was like, nah, you know what? Since my birthday is on the 25th and that weekend it's gonna be like, okay, might as well just celebrate, in a big way
yeah,
and just, you know, do business and have fun and just, tire myself out like I always do.
good for
Because why not?
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, because I haven't done something. I mean, I've been to like conventions like sometime after, but not like specifically for a birthday,
Right.
occasion. So this should be fine.
Awesome. 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 Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so yeah, just gotta get throw that out there. So that's probably gonna be my last convention for the year, unless if something else come up, like it always be happening on my end. So yeah, but in a good way, not like crazy or anything, because
Mm-mm.
oh boy, yeah, I mean, since the last time we spoke, you moved and you've been doing a lot of stuff. So let's talk a little bit about how, 2025 has been and yeah, just really get the ball rolling. So, how has everything been for you since we last spoke? Catch us up.
Well, since we last spoke, yeah, I mean, going to a lot more conventions. There have been about three this year, two locally here in Atlanta, and then, like I said, this one 2 weeks ago that was in Texas. So really fun to kind of get an idea of how I want to prep my con table, because as a guest, it's a little bit different of knowing what to bring to a con to then be able to have for attendees, whether it's free things or ways for them to feel more interactive. Um, Making sure I have the right kinds of prints and things like that. So that's always really fun. And then I'm just seeing what other people have on their table and being like, oh, maybe I should have that. So cooking up some ideas, and updating the banner with some new characters, which has been really fun, which is great. But yes, some that I can't talk about yet because we're under NDA. But since the start of the year, a lot more video game roles, which is great because I know before 2025, people were like, I feel like I don't really know you. And I'm like, yeah, well, there's more coming. It just hasn't been released yet. So that's good. Yeah.
And it just really be like that, you know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, I do have stuff coming up. It's not like I'm procrastinating or anything. It's
Right.
just NDAs and stuff do be taking time.
Yeah, and it's everyone's timeline is different, including the company that maybe you're doing the work for. They have their schedule of when they're going to finish things, and maybe you did that job 2 years ago, but it's only being released this year. And yeah, it's just figuring all of that out. In terms of work is good, work's picking up, exploring some new genres, got some new demos made. Um, Went to a tango festival. I was talking with Robert earlier about that in July. And yeah, I did alpaca yoga on Sunday. Very fun. Alpacas were nearby while we were doing yoga. Highly recommend.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds like it must have been a fun time.
They're very soft. We got to pet them,
Oh,
and it was
nice. Man, I'm so jealous, man. Lucky.
they were
But
really
yeah,
cute.
but yeah, it's so good to have you back for like That's kind of
Hmm.
crazy how some of my guests just appeared like 3 times already just this year. So it's just insane to me. But regardless, I think I also remember the last time that we spoke. Because I think you also didn't you book Genshin the last time?
No, 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 no. I'm only in Zenless Zone Zero. Hmm.
Then it's on zero. Yeah, so definitely a Hoyo kind of
Yes, yes,
project.
correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, just wanted to clarify.
Hmm.
So that
Hmm.
way, because you did like an event in Pomona, I remember
I
that.
did.
So
Yes,
yeah, so
yes.
that's why I kind of got them mixed up.
All good, all good.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're doing another event coming up soon with some other.
nice.
I think they did one that was with a lot of ZZZ people and Genshin people, but they're doing something else coming up sooner. I think in October. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. October is also kind of pretty, you know, hot when it
Busy.
comes to yeah, busy. Yeah, busy and hot. So yeah, definitely. There's your self promo. So get on that. But yeah, we got like a couple of different stuff to talk about. I'm trying to think what is something we can't discuss that we haven't the last time. I mean, I guess for you, like, what would you say have been some of the projects where you consider to be like, they were really fun, but they were also kind of like challenge, like it really
Oh,
challenged
challenging.
you in a good way
Mm,
as an artist because all of us we kind of have to discipline ourselves with like, okay, you know what, that was really nice, but I kind of want something that just I kind of wanted to expand out of my comfort zone, that type
definitely.
of thing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good
share.
question. I would say this year well, I don't do a ton of audiobooks, but I have started to do a bit more because it's easier to convert that work into union work to help go towards my SAG-AFTRA healthcare plan. That's a thing that some of us do with audiobook work. So there was one audiobook that I took on, and this one had, I kid you not, maybe something like 22 different female characters or something ridiculous. And it was set in the Midwest, specifically Wisconsin. And they wanted some of the accents to be from there. And I don't know that accent at all. So that was a challenge. In terms, I have a dear, dear treasured friend who is also a dialect and accent coach. And I asked him for help, and he helped me prep for that. And just to kind of go through that whole story, it went through, it was really sarcastic and kind of dripping with sarcasm. So it was funny, very witty. But also, this character goes through a big period of grief in the book. And I really felt like I was on that journey with her because it really felt like I needed to feel that in order to make the performance believable. So it really tested my range in a beautiful way. So I'm proud of all the audiobooks I have had the chance to do, but some of them are under a pseudonym because they were slightly spicy in nature, and I don't want people knowing that. But the one that can be associated with my name, I only have a few, and I'm very proud of them. And this one is also one that I'm very proud of.
Yeah, we just gotta keep those
Just keep those
gotta have to
separate. Yeah,
separate. Yeah, just and because this isn't really a podcast where we talk about spicy. I mean,
exactly.
unless
Yeah. No, no, no.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, not even that. But it's like if you want to talk spicy, like I got some hot takes regarding like I'm kidding, or politics or something like that. But it's not even the podcast for that neither. So
No,
just gonna
no,
leave it
no,
at
no, no.
that. And because like on the subject of audiobooks, it's something that I've also kind of slowly am starting to dabble into. In fact, I
Mm-hmm.
got some auditions that are due like later this
Ooh.
afternoon. So yeah, right after this, I gotta, well, after I go work out at the gym and then come back and get those done. So
Yeah.
yeah, because we were also talking about like physical fitness and stuff. So I see that you're kind of sort of dressed for the occasion as we, for working out, repping in our, fitness gear and stuff like that. I'm
Hmm.
not. I just got good old Sonic. So, I
Hey,
mean, to be
Sonic is
fair,
great gym wear, great gym
yeah,
attire.
Sonic, and also, he runs at the speed of
Yes.
sound. So why not? But yeah, let's talk about your routine, if you may.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fitness, fitness. Um, so I became passionate about fitness when I was in high school and shortly after that. So a little bit of my fitness background. When I was in school, I did competitive swimming, but that was all I did mostly. And then after in high school, I started to do water polo. Then in college, I did or my undergraduate degree, I did boxing. And then I did something called a burpee 5K, which I would never wish upon anyone. It's an entire 5K of just burpees. It was horrible. It took me 8.5 hours to complete. Um, yeah, would not wish that on my worst enemy. And then when I was in my master's degree, I was part of a club that would. Have you ever heard of the obstacle course races called Tough Mudder or Spartan races, that kind of stuff? Okay. It's obstacle course racing, but you get a chance to incorporate a little bit of running, which I don't love, and obstacles like jumping over things or pushing things or whatever it is, right? And so I did one of those. They have some crazy races. They have some that are like 12 hours long and 24 hours long. I did do the 24-hour long one. I had to stop a little bit because I think I was starting to like turn blue because I was so cold. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. What I do for fitness now, to answer your question, I mostly do strength training. So I do strength train 4 times a week. I try to add an additional day for make it 5 times a week that I go to the gym. That is purely going to be just hit high intensity interval training or some sort of additional cardio. And I make sure on my rest days that I do truly take rest and be better about taking my steps. But I'll have it be known, this is the first official podcast to know about this. I think I want to train, or not I think, I am going to. Let's make this clear. I am going to train for an event called High Rocks. And for people who don't know, High Rocks is an event that kind of combines a little bit of running and a little bit of stations that have certain exercises. So you can do it as part of a team, like 2 people, or you can do it individually. And I heard about it this past year in April, but of course it was too late for me. And I was like, there's no way I can train and be ready for it. I've made up my mind. If they do it again April of next year, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So I'm already trying to think, okay, let's start now in September to really train. That gives me 8 months, technically, to prep. So I think that's enough time. That's enough time to really prep.
For sure. Well, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta keep on that grind, as we say.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, I've just used the term like very, very, very loosely, but yeah, it because like it's kind of something that I would say for life. It's like sometimes we're kind of all feel like we're on this like never-ending treadmill. We kind of stumble along the way, or if you're doing like the like in Olympics where you jump over the hurdles and then you kind of
Hmm.
stumble over, but you just continue to get back up no matter how many times you get knocked down.
Very
Just kind
true.
of it's very true for like not just for this year, but just period. But
Yeah.
especially so recently because
Yeah.
yeah, it really do be feeling like that. It really do be that. It really do be like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And I think, when you work out, you get
Yeah.
endorphins, you feel better, you feel happier.
Or yeah, or just punching those like
Oh, ooh,
yeah.
those are fun.
Oh, yeah, those are so therapeutic.
Yeah.
Okay, no joke. I don't know if there's like rage rooms. I'm not
Yes.
sure if these are, yeah, I know that some gyms have those, but I don't know if all of them do. But no, you could just go to a rage room and just, wreck
Oh,
furniture.
I was just talking about a rage room the other day with my friend, and she's
Oh my
like, "We
God.
need to go." And I was like, "Oh, yes. Like, I will be a danger to society if I go in." That's why they have me sign a waiver. Like,
Yeah, like I woke up and chose violence indeed.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm just like, on some days, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have zero energy. But then, like, other days, I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm right here. Instead of just wrecking stuff, I'll just get out
The
everything that I
energy.
might be feeling that
Hmm.
day. Just get it all out. I'm behind this microphone. Let's go. Let's do
There you
this.
go.
I'm so there.
Good for you for getting that out because I think too many people don't listen to that and it gets bottled up And that's not good
Yeah.
either. So good
Or
on you.
And okay, I'm gonna step on some toes here. They take it out on social media and kind of make accounts just
Yep.
specifically to vent about how life just is not so great. Which, honestly, if you want to vent to somebody, like talk to somebody like, a friend or just
Yep.
text somebody, but don't air out dirty laundry to strangers, potential buyers and
Yeah.
clients.
Yeah. Speaking the truth, spitting facts. No, it's so true. I mean, I don't have a pet, but if I had a pet, oh, you best believe my pet would know all the drama. My pet would know all the things. But you journal, or even if you even if you plan on not keeping a journal, fine. Grab a piece of paper, write it out, and then throw it away. That is going to feel so much better, right? Than
Yeah.
keeping it bottled up.
Oh my,
Or
for real. Yeah.
and
And
friends. Oh, love friends. Friends are great.
exactly. And since you mentioned pet, I just got like this mental image of just, oh my gosh, I just came home after a day of work and I'm like, oh my gosh, oh sweetie, you will not believe what just happened to my work. And then your pet is just on the
Like,
ground,
why?
just,
I don't
he
get paid
just
enough
wants
for
some,
this.
he just wants his food. I just want to
Yeah,
eat something or just sleep on the couch. Why do I need this?
exactly. No, I don't have a pet, but I do have a squirrel that visits me on my balcony sometimes. So sometimes I talk to the squirrel. And the squirrel's nice, and I do leave nuts out
Okay,
for
yeah.
the squirrel. So
Okay, yeah. Well, at least it's a nice squirrel because, yeah, gotta be careful with those wild ones.
this is true. This is true.
Yeah, you don't want the rabies. Not fun.
No, no.
Yeah. I'm sorry that this kind of got off on a little bit of a downer note, but no, trust me. It's like I just want to be real, and I just want people to just be, safe. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
of course. But I mean, like,
But we have to,
ultimately, the
yeah,
message that you're sending is like, if you have the opportunity to, get outside or talk to a
yeah.
friend or go to the gym, get that energy going, like, you'll feel
Exactly.
better. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, whenever I go outside just to get some fresh air, I would just have so many lizards and just cats just walk by and they're just like, they just vibe in. So I think at the end of the day, we should probably be more like the lizards or the birds and the cats just
A hundred
chill
percent.
and just sleep and just not worry about.
Yeah. Tap into,
It
I
would be
think that's the message
nice.
of the
Yeah.
podcast. Tap into your inner lizard. Just tap into your inner lizard. That's it.
There you go. E. Yeah, there you go. That's something I should use as the tagline for this episode.
There you go.
Yeah. I think, boy, we kind of went off. We just kind of went off the rails a little
That's
bit,
all right.
but it always happens. So why should I even be apologizing? Yeah. So we talked about physical fitness. Let me see. What is something that you consider to be like? Because you said that you went to the tango thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Tango
Yeah.
Festival? Yeah.
Fango Festival. So that got me to, I just wanted to ask you, what is something that you're kind of in like, oh my gosh. So I know that this year is almost about over, but what is something that you kind of consider to be like, I'm actually glad I did this. I'm proud. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that would probably be the Tango Festival because I've been dancing tango since 2012 and I had never been to a festival because I always wanted to go with a group of friends. I don't want to get into it, but there's like it's kind of these unspoken rules for it. But anyway, all that to say, I'm really glad that I went. But then on top of that, I took a lot of risks this year on certain things that either panned out or didn't pan out. But the fact of the matter is that I said, well, why not? And in fact, actually, I'm planning on doing something like that for not this weekend, but the following weekend. There is auditions for a touring production that is happening in my city, and I want to go for it because I just why not? Why what is telling you what is stopping you from doing it? And I'm trying to be better, like you were saying before the end of the year, of still having those few things on my list of like, why not try this? Um, Applied to a local opera company in my area and a big opera company in my area, and some competitions and everything. And I finally managed to get into the a virtual competition, mind you, but I'm a semifinalist in one of the competitions. It's been 4 years since I've applied. I've never gotten in. I finally got in this year. And then the local opera company, they hired me to sing one of the major roles in their touring opera, which is happening in the winter of next year, which is, or early winter, I should say, January to March. And that's also great too. So I'm really proud of myself for sticking with it and putting myself out there and not getting disheartened after a year of trying this, essentially.
It's always the why not that keeps us moving forward.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, literally, I kid you not. I I don't know if you've ever gone to like any of the fairs that we have here in California, but I did the OC fair on the it was right before it closed too.
Oh, okay.
Because they
Okay.
usually have it like in July through August. So we went the weekend, the last weekend, and there was I mean, it's not related to VO or anything, but this kind of goes back into, getting physical fitness and doing like activities and stuff because I always really wanted to get back into just because I can go and just jog, run, do track and stuff like that, but I always wanted to do like more aquatic stuff,
Okay.
rowing, canoeing, just all that stuff because I used to do it when I was in school and I haven't
Oh,
done it in so long. So I'm like, you know what? I'm probably just start back doing swimming and just getting more connected with the water in the ocean.
I love that.
And
Okay.
just kind of feel like I mean, I always joke around, like, because I read the Bible, so I'm just like, I just want to be in touch with my inner Moses of just being with the water or
Yeah.
something.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite stroke then for swimming?
Oh, favorite stroke. Oh man, that is a really broad question when you think about it, but I have to say, like, definitely because I'm kind of basic, so I just kind of go with like just either solo or just doing it with a team, like how
Uh-huh.
they do in the Olympics. I think those are kind of like my favorite ones. So when you say stroke, you mean like
Freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly,
I
or you like
mean
them all?
anything? Because like I
Okay.
said, I haven't done it in so long that you just kind of remind me to start because yeah, because I am considering about doing like these classes that teach you how to do that stuff. So that
Oh,
just
okay.
reminds me that yeah, that's the point that I was trying to make. Like why am I talking about swimming? Like I just signed up for this program that's like out in OC. So
Oh, good. Okay.
yeah, so that you just remind me that I need to do my little homework there. So
There you go. Why not? Do it, do
yeah,
it.
it's that why not? I know it's not related to VO, but just anything to keep your mind and body and your soul just in
I would
shape, productive.
actually,
Yeah.
yeah, I would argue that it does relate to VO because you
Yeah, because of
cannot
the
be,
physicality. Yeah.
yep, yep,
Helps
and
with
you cannot be
breath.
a
Yeah.
full artist if you don't have that thing that gets you excited to try something new, right?
Yeah.
We're students for life.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
mhm.
And plus, diaphragm and, stuff, singing. So I'm a nerd of that stuff too.
Okay. I will say though, just to slightly burst a bubble,
Okay.
you cannot control the diaphragm in the sense that the diaphragm is an involuntary muscle. And so when people say sing from your
Ah.
diaphragm, that's actually very incorrect. What they mean is, people think the diaphragm is down here. The diaphragm's actually up here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like, yeah. So when they say sing from your diaphragm, they're trying to really say sing from your abdominal muscles. So it
Yeah.
does with your swimming and everything. You are using your abdominal muscles, especially with butterfly. But yeah, in the sense of it is going to get you more excited in the booth because you with that movement and endorphins and happy time and yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, because whenever I do VO or just even right now, I'm pretty much am speaking from like down here. So
Mm-hmm. Good.
I mean, it really
Good.
does help a lot because it helps you just, and I think if you get around it, walk or just do anything, just moving stuff, that way you're
Hmm.
just not sitting there all day. Because
Yeah.
trust me, that was something that I, have to remind myself, like, don't just sit around, just get up, walk, move, just do something.
Yep. And you'll feel better once you have.
Always. I mean, like, even right now, I'm just standing because it just helps me just, you know,
Hmm.
communicate with my arms and just
Yeah.
be more animated, I guess.
Huh. I'm definitely that person that, in order to get more steps in, if it's too hot, I will go to my clubhouse in my apartment complex and I'll
Oh.
bring my big book and I'll put the book on the treadmill or my Kindle and I'll read on the treadmill. I have zero shame. I don't care.
Oh
I don't
man.
care.
Oh man. So it's kind of like I would read. I would just sit down and just read and relax, just do it the old-fashioned way. But no, I'm just gonna be a daredevil and just do it and
Exactly.
just so that way I won't skip my cheat day or leg day or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll listen to podcasts sometimes on the treadmill, but
Yeah.
if I have a book I'm really, really loving and I want to read more and I want to finish it faster, I'll just bring it on the treadmill. I don't care.
Yeah, and that way it gives you exercise of what what you're gonna be reading, like if you're doing an audiobook or
Yeah,
that type of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Hmm.
you never know. Let me see. Okay, so we talked about finding the because I know we kind of talked a lot about like, thinking back to something that reminds you why you love, acting or performing. But and it's very much true because we often talk about there's always that one thing that just brings us back to, just being kids or just being like the big children at playgrounds, just building our sandcastles at the beach
Yep.
or on the sandlot. So and I know you kind of shared your story like before about, I think it was the dude that had the hatred.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Fast
you want
Eddie.
to,
Yes.
yeah, the
Yeah.
best Big Eddie. Yeah. So if you want to listen to that story or if you want to share it again, I mean, it's up to you. But if you wanted to hear that story, I think maybe go to the first or the I don't, yeah, I can't really keep track. But I
Yeah.
know it
I
was the
forget if it
first time.
was. Yeah. First, maybe first episode, I think.
Yeah. So if you want to watch that, just yeah, because I think the first I think is usually like the first time is always like because it feels really special when you hear it the first time. Let's just be honest.
Hmm.
You know what I
Very
mean?
true. Very true.
Yeah. And I had some questions. Okay, there we go. Because I also talk about what's something that's been really keeping you just, active or, just what I'm trying to phrase it as is like because I know that throughout the years we always because I always say that we go through a lot so much in our day-to-day lives. So what is something that just keeps your batteries just kind of like
Grounded.
creatively grounded and
Yeah.
stuff so that like keeping your head above water and just really keeping those muscles just pumping, every single
That's
yeah, on a day-to-day basis at least. Yeah, when
on
you're
a
doing
day-to-day
VO,
basis.
live,
Okay.
yeah.
I would
Or it could just
say
be anything. Yeah.
anything. Okay, okay. Maybe I'll say for a weekly basis,
Yeah,
tango is
weekly.
that for
Yeah, there
me.
we go. Yeah.
A tango is a way for me to be creatively curious in a way that isn't related to work. So I'm not singing and I'm not voice acting, but I'm still able to be creative with the dance and have fun with friends. I would also say like fitness is important for me that I do feel better. And if I get my workout done in the morning, I feel like I've won the day. I feel like, oh, the day is mine. You feel like, yeah, I crushed it. But I would say um, really practicing gratitude and being, yeah, you're nodding your head, of course. Like it's very much people think like, oh, well, that seems a little woo woo, but it's really not because we have so much to be thankful for. And if even if you think back like 5 years from now, or 5 years earlier than now, you were dreaming of some of the things that you have now, or you're dreaming of some of the opportunities you have now. And I would also say just um, finding ways to sounds cliche, but finding ways to sort of romanticize what you have going on. So, what do I mean by that? The alpaca yoga, for example. I was planning to do that with a friend. She ended up canceling twice on me, and I was like, fine, I'm going by myself. I went to go have an experience with capybaras. That was locally here, like an hour away from Georgia. And I got to pet some capybaras and feed them. It was great. I have an otter experience scheduled with my cousin. I'm going to Italy in October for a voiceover retreat, but I said, why not give myself a vacation ahead of time? So I'm going 2 days before and having a little vacation. Uh, even when I'm going to go see my parents down in Florida, yeah, it may not be the most exciting time, but like I'm going to romanticize it. I'm going to go to the beach by myself. Any ways that you can think to yourself, why, I mean, coming back to your why not? I mean, why not in the sense of why not spoil myself? Or why not think to myself, like, that would be a memory I would love to have. Let me do it now. What's stopping you from doing it right now?
Oh my goodness. That probably would be the advice to close out for this little follow up. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, because we all, I think, really going back and just remembering why we just love what we do. It can, I know it's something that's just sounds very small or what have you, but it really does help in the long run. It really, really
Yep.
does.
Yep. Speaks volumes. And also yummy food. I love cooking, and when I cook comfort foods for myself or try a new recipe or invite friends over to have them for dinner,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, happy
Oh
tummies,
man,
happy
you just gotta
hearts.
have that friend time. Just that
Yeah.
friend food
Yep.
happy
Exactly.
hour. Yeah.
Happy hour. Exactly. Yep.
So right. Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about, some of your work last time, but just doing being a part of that Hoyoverse, this is still kind of like something that you're still processing of like, wow, that
I,
that just happened.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think in some ways, yes, because I think it was finally a huge break in the video game world that I really needed in order to, I don't necessarily want to say to prove to myself because I already knew, but I guess it was sort of this like stamp of approval that like people want to hear your performance or people are loving your performance for this character. And in a way, it opened the door, or at least maybe in my mind, it took a hurdle, like you were saying earlier, referencing the hurdles. It got me over a hurdle that, in full transparency, this year I have booked more video game roles than I've ever booked in all of my years prior that I've started voiceover, which is insane and things I'm very thankful for. And honestly, in a way, I think being in ZZZ has helped me get out of my own way and have more ways to find those opportunities. So, mhm.
Yeah, well, I just continue to wish all of your, continuing success, that all of your continuing success and just
Thank you.
everything that you're booking video. I mean, it's really good that you're booking more, which, hey, just something
Yeah.
to, also something else to be really grateful and have a lot of
Yep.
gratitude for,
Absolutely.
and also
Yep.
something to pay the bills. Like, just throwing that out
You're
there.
not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Bills, taxes, fun.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. We just love being adults. Just okay. Yeah, we're all just big kids, and we're trying to function, having these adult responsibilities.
Yep. Yep.
That's kind of what it feels like.
And it's okay. Let yourself be a
Yeah.
kid for a bit. You don't have to be
Yeah.
an adult 24/7.
Like, look,
It's
I'm in
okay.
my mid 20s, and I still feel like I'm like a teenager inside.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wait, bills and taxes. Okay. I think I kind of just want to play a game or something, but I
Right.
got important stuff to do. So you gotta have that
It's a
balance.
balancing act. It's a
Yeah,
balancing
it's
act.
pretty much all it is.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to thank you so much for joining me for another follow up. And yeah, what's the last bit of advice that you want to, close us out on? Promote your, yeah, do the self promo of your socials, projects, and
Sure.
last, yeah, last
Well,
stuff.
thank you again for having me on for third time appearance, tertiary appearance.
Number three.
Uh,
Yeah.
Number three, I am on socials at Voices by Nadia on pretty much every social media except for TikTok. I no longer have TikTok. But you can find my website, voicesbynadia.com. I also have a YouTube channel talking about chocolate because I am a self-described chocolate snob. So if you have any recommendations, just let me know. And yeah, I think in terms of advice, we covered it. Tune into your inner lizard. Why not? go out and have fun, and you don't have to be an adult all the time. You can be a kid.
Touch grass. I'm
Touch
sorry.
grass.
Not sorry. Yeah, I got it. Anyways,
Hey,
continue.
grass feels nice sometimes.
It does. I mean, it might feel weird at first, but it's like, oh, so this is what I've been missing out on. Okay.
Just avoid an anthill pile, and you'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I learned that the hard way. Not for
Oof. Oof. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Especially if it's like grass and you're kind of like sort of have a reaction allergic or something.
That's not fun. Yeah, but bring a large blanket or a towel or something to lie
For
down in
real.
next to the
Yeah.
grass. Then you'll be fine.
Yeah. No, long gone are the days of rolling around in grass and then just suffering
Mm-mm.
afterwards.
Mm-mm. No.
A kid. I love being a kid, but sometimes it's like, oh God, your body just kind of doesn't
There's
agree
pros
with
and
you.
cons. There's pros and
Yeah,
cons.
for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Oh no, you're fine. That was it. Just tune into your inner lizard. Why not? And you don't have to be an adult all the time. You are allowed to be a kid sometimes.
For real. So, yeah, for the outro, would you like to say your name, the projects you've done, and if you also want to do a little bit of a singing for the Station Square podcast? Like, I don't want to, I have to put you on the spot, so why not?
No. Well, my name is Nadia Marshall. You've heard me in projects like Zenless Zone Zero, Path of Exile 2, Fire Emblem Heroes, Cassette Beasts, Nobody Wants to Die, etc., and more coming soon. And I'll just say goodbye.
Yay! That's a little taste with that little opera sing. Yeah, that little category. So, yeah, oh my God, we didn't even talk about Fire Emblem. So, yeah, just real quick before we actually
Might have
close.
to be episode 4.
Yeah, probably in episode 4 because I know that Fire Emblem is also pretty hot. So, yeah, but I know it's fine. So, buy it, enjoy it. I just did an
Awesome.
interview with somebody who is all about Fire Emblem. So,
Oh, really? Oh, fun. Yeah, I don't know much about the franchise, to be honest. Yeah.
yeah, no worries. But I know that it's also kind of like one of those things where it's like it just kind of exploded, just
Mm. Hmm.
especially after COVID, that I feel.
Oof. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with like Among Us or what's that other? I think Animal Crossing, Zelda, yeah, so much really took
Hmm.
up after the pandemic. It
Oh,
was
yes.
insane.
Breath of the Wild saved me during COVID, for sure.
Eh, boy, yeah. I would do like a whole episode on Breath of the Wild or like Tears of the Kingdom to some extent, but I have not played that one. So,
Mm. Hmm.
anyways, that this has been this podcast. So thank you so much. Once again, be sure to see me at LA Comic Con or whoever else is going to be there because I know the guest list is also kind of insane. So check it out. And until next time, this is Station Square with me, Robert Jackson, and Nadia Marshall. And God bless and have a good day. Stay cool, stay awesome, and stay productive and just keep on shining and keeping creative out there. Because there's nobody else who's gonna replicate you than
Yep.
yourself. Not even
Very true.
AI. Throw that out there. Oh yeah, and congrats to the SAG that we reached that little.
Woo.
So yay, just throwing that out there. But anyways, I'm done.